Capricorns, happy May. Capricorns are always so serious and so literal, but you guys have such a unique sense of humor. I appreciate that about Capricorns. I like how business-minded you guys are too. How you see business. How you always try to negotiate. My niece does that a lot. She's a little Capricorn. True Capricorn. Very creative though. I feel like people don't always understand you or understand where you try to go, especially comedically or with the things that you creatively produce. But highly creative. You guys could teach yourselves how to do anything. But yeah, let's see what type of month you will be having for May 2018. And as I've had to reiterate, or as I'm trying to remember to in every video, this can be your sun, moon, or a rising sign. If you don't know what that is, you have a very specific natal chart that you can figure out online for free. You just need to know, of course, your first and last name, the city and state in which you were born, and your exact time of birth. So anything that may be pertaining to careers, if not love, or any other relationships that you may be going through, work even, health, just wherever Capricorn could potentially be placed in your chart. And if you're cross-watching, hello. I hope you find everything that you are looking for. This is good. So what came out was the Ace of Cups with the Magician card and the Seven of Pentacles. Second row, you have the Seven of Cups with the Knight of Swords and the King of Cups. Third row, you have the Sun with the Queen of Cups and the Four of Wands with the Seven of Swords that wanted to pop out on top of that. So as a cautionary message, I do want to say watch your back in the month of May. Look at me, bars. But yeah, something's telling me that you need to use more of your intuition this month. Don't ignore the signs. If you've been praying for something to be revealed to you, because the Ace of Cups can be a spiritual card and the Magician is all about manifesting things. So if you've been praying for something to be revealed to you, you've been asking God for a sign about potentially work or love, ways in which you can balance the two, or how to communicate where you are financially, or how to express that you are in love with somebody, right? However it resonates for you. There's many possibilities with this. But if you've been praying for a sign, you will receive it. You'll receive it soon. So just remain alert in the month of May. Because signs can come in any form, through any medium. It can be a TV show you watch. You can bump into somebody, like a random stranger at the supermarket. You start this conversation with them and they tell you exactly what it is that you need to hear. That's the answer to your prayer. You might hear it in a song. You might see it in actual physical synchronicities as far as time, if you're seeing a lot of repeating numbers, but don't know anything about numerology. I would say in the month of May, start doing a little bit more research with that, so you can be aware when you see it, what it's trying to tell you. If you've been asking a specific question about business and how to move forward with it, that gives you the best chance at success. you may be presented with a way to move about the business. How am I trying to articulate that? It's like, okay, so say you are a comedian, and because of Sun card, you might be dealing with entertainment, TV, media, something like that, something very artistic. You have a lot of artistic abilities. Play into those this month. You'd be surprised. I feel like this is saying you'd be surprised at how talented you are, right? You'd be surprised at the talents that you will find by playing around this month in different arts and art forms, or just trying different things, right, with the Seven of Cups. But anyway, back to the thing. So as my example, let's say that you are a comedian and you've been doing stand-up for a while and you haven't really seen any progress with your craft. As well, your audience hasn't really gotten any larger. You may receive a suggestion, a hint, a guided message, an opportunity that is a little bit more risk-taking, or that requires you to be a risk taker, but it's divinely inspired. So you may, instead of just doing stand-up, going to these different clubs and trying to perform on stage, you use a medium like YouTube, for instance, right? To reach a lot of people. You start doing Facebook Lives to reach a larger audience. That may be the risk that you need to take. It may mean that you need to go in business for yourself in order to do this, right? In the beginning, especially if you don't know somebody that's good with like videography, that's good with editing, that can make sure that your business is packaged well. You may start out alone, but that may be the risk, that you need to go at it alone for a little bit, that you need to start your own business. But it's going to test you in how much courage you have, because it's going to cause you to give up your perceived idea of stability, right? If you're so used to working a 9 to 5 because that's a guaranteed check, like you can count on that money to be able to pay your bills, this is one of those things where it's like, one month you might see $1, one month you might see $10,000. You know what I'm saying? Are you willing to take the risk? But with this Magician card and the Seven of Pentacles card, I do feel like this is something that is divinely inspired. Like the universe is telling you to take this opportunity, and to ignore that can cause repercussions later. Like you might lose that job that's giving you that perceived idea of stability. You might have to hit rock bottom to understand that you need to follow guidance, follow your intuition to actually put you on the path that you're supposed to be living or going down. That's what I'm getting. For the path that you are actually supposed to be going down. So be very careful about potentially deciding to ignore something that you know you are supposed to do, that you are guided to do. It just resonates really well. As soon as you hear it, as soon as you see it, as soon as you smell it, whatever it is, it's like you know that's the next step that you're supposed to take. If you ignore that, well, I mean, hey, you could be set back. This is the bottom of the deck. 8 of Swords with the Judgment card underneath it, with the High Priestess and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you might be set back. You might turn that wheel in the opposite direction than the direction it's going in, which is pretty positive to me. Okay, like I would take this spread. I haven't done my sun sign yet, but this is a good spread. This is good things coming in, but you have to have faith in them, and you have to actually move on them and believe in them. Your confidence will be regained in doing so. And I just see again with this Four of Wands and this Seven of Swords, you're just like, it's a coming out. it's going to allow you to be your authentic self. Or that's what you need to be striving for towards the middle and end of May. Only doing things, being a part of things that can allow you to be your authentic self. There's so many cups, so this could very well be a love situation. Just take what I've said and apply it accordingly. If you've been praying to meet your soulmate, get ready, because I do see you meeting someone that is your match. You meeting someone that brings the best out of you. You guys bring the best out of each other. It's possible that in the past they didn't choose you, they chose someone else, but they could very well be coming back around. This could be somebody you've already dealt with. They are a different person, and they are better suited for you now than they were before. That's what I'm picking up. But if this is somebody new, this is your match. You guys will bring the best out of each other. Yeah. You can build with this person, but just be open. Like, keep your heart and your mind open to the people that you may be meeting this month. If you go out to different events, if you're going to be traveling, potentially with your job, you can meet somebody that way. Like, through your job, you fly out to Vegas for like a conference, and then while you're out at dinner, you can meet somebody. Something like that. If you're going to a wedding, just keep an open mind, you know. That's why a lot of people are single. They keep trying to date their type, and their type is not good for them. So if you go to a wedding, just have an open mind. Keep an open mind. Don't come off as being unapproachable, you know. But I see you kind of being in your element in the month of May. So just get out in different social circles and be open to the people that you may meet, but do watch your back, because not everybody has good intentions, but you will be a little bit more intuitive during the month of May, so you can use that. It's a great guide for discerning who you need to be around. If you don't feel good around that person, you don't need to be spending time around them. If you don't feel like you trust them, you start talking to them about something that you want to achieve, but then you find yourself holding back a little bit, take that as a cautionary sign that maybe they might not be the most trustworthy person. Or maybe check in with yourself and see why you may have some trust issues with divulging information and sharing your dreams with other people. It can go both ways, but just be careful on a business sense, I would say, who you're surrounding yourself with. And if any contracts come up in the month of May, just read them through and through. Be very diligent about that, so you're not being taken advantage of. Someone's not trying to pull the wool over your eyes. That's what I'm getting. But yes, I hope these energies resonate with you. If this does, definitely give me a thumbs up. Share this with your friends and family, and do subscribe for more. I will talk to you guys in the next video.